If you know me in person, I take great pride in focusing on you when we are chatting, hanging out, etc. The way I do this is, let's say that we're somewhere, such as at work, and we're having a conversation. And unless you're a customer, which by obligation, I have to stop what I'm doing to acknowledge you. If it's someone else, like another coworker, a friend, whatever, but I already had a conversation ongoing, I'm still focusing on the person who I was originally chatting with. I find that there are some people who do not reciprocate the same courtesy. I guess I have a very extreme way of doing it, which is I don't care who it is. I will never have my attention broken from you when it's your turn just because someone is saying hi to me or someone is around. I really hate it when I'm hanging out with someone and then all of a sudden their eye wanders and then they acknowledge somebody else and then engage in another conversation right when you were having a conversation with me. That bullshit, I will never do that to you. Unless, like I just explained, unless it's at work and there's a customer coming up. But in general, if I am with you, that is your designated time, that is your turn. You are the center of my universe. You are the sun to me. It is your turn and I will stay with you the entire time. It really pisses me off when people's attention just gets eliminated, because if only you did that but came back to your senses quickly and remembered where we were at, that's fine. But I realized that I finish telling you something and then maybe hours later, a day later, we're chatting again and I reference something that I believed you were listening to but you weren't. That's when I get pissed off. On that note, if you're that person, just be aware of what it's possibly costing you, because it really sucks to be on the receiving end of that bullshit. And it's absolutely disrespectful, especially if this means that you are actually just present physically with the person, but you're actually not invested in them. So just note that that is incredibly rude, absolutely disrespectful, and it is a sure way to break anybody's trust and faith in you. Nobody should make any time for you after that. But I also wonder why that is. Is it because you were originally not enjoying your time with me from the start? Or is it because you just need that acknowledgement, that attention? Or this other person is such a valuable member of your squad, which I have my own squad too, so I know what it's like, but I can still dismiss other people to give you your place. And I do this so to the extreme that people who I hold to a higher esteem than the person I may be chatting with, if this person comes over and tries to be present and include themselves into a conversation or bring themselves into a conversation, I go quiet and I dismiss them. It's like, I'm sorry, but we're in the middle of something. Even if it's trivial, unless you're originally invited to the conversation, I'm not having you there, period. I don't get why that is not expected. Why is that not the standard? Because for me, I guess it's just I value that connection that I'm establishing with someone, and to have that interrupted maybe freaks me out. I just want for things to get better with people. Like, I hear all these people complaining about how they're lonely, how they feel like they're not connecting with anyone, or how they're alone, and all this shit. And then when I hang out with you, and that's the behavior you're exhibiting, just know that you're bringing that to yourself. Remember that quantity is not quality. So maybe you have to focus on one goddamn person to get close with, perhaps, And then anyone else who's superficial or trivial, dismiss them. It is so easy to do. But maybe that's where my social struggles come from, like my antisocial side that I pride myself on. This stuff just matters to me. And I'm just so sick of these fake ass connections, you know? So you guys let me know if you understand what I'm saying, if you know what I'm describing, if this happens to you. What kind of person are you? Are you the person who does what I do, which is I can focus and centralize on this person and there's nothing else in the world? Or you feel like your attention span is just all over the place? Whichever person you are, describe it to me, share with me your thoughts, share with me what makes you be that way if you're conscious about it. Just explain to me, because I am really trying to develop a better tolerance for people in general, but stuff like this just makes it hard because I'm focused on how I perceive it and how I'm perceiving you. And it's just hard for me to accept any other style of socializing other than that. So maybe, as I was saying a few nights ago, maybe that's where my preference for one-on-ones come from. But yeah, you guys, I just needed to vent because this happens to me every single fucking day. And it tries me. I'm done pretending to be all right with that. Like, if you're not going to give me my place in your day, it's over. I shouldn't have to compete with other people for your attention. Do you guys remember that video topic that I brought up? Or maybe it was a stream, but I literally entitled it Competing for Attention. Well, this is another extension of that topic. I'm done. I don't deserve it. I deserve the very fucking best from you, because that is what I give you. So learn to focus on an individual as opposed to trying to look good to external people or to the masses. Fuck that. I don't care about looking good for everyone else. If it's you, if it's your turn, you're who I'm focusing on, that's it. So anyway, I'm gonna calm down now. All right, guys, thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you soon.